Why don't electronic devices ever get tired? Because they have plenty of batteries. There's nothing like a good lighthearted joke to kick things off, right? Welcome everyone to our fun and fantastic journey. Today we're going to get up close and personal with some of your favorite electronic devices. We'll hear their stories, their jokes, and yes, their symphonies too. So fasten your seatbelts and hold onto your giggles. Now that we've had a good laugh, let's dive into the world of electronic devices. Imagine if your toaster could speak. Every morning it might say bread again, how about a bagel for a change? Now, let's get to know our toasty friend a little better. A toaster is a small kitchen appliance that uses heat to brown and harden bread. Sounds simple, right? Picture this, you're a slice of bread all soft and squishy. You slide into the toaster's warm embrace and after a little while, pop! You're transformed into a crispy golden piece of toast ready to be slathered with butter and jam. But what if our toaster could chat? What kind of stories would it tell? Maybe it would say, "Oh, the tales I could tell you about the many slices of bread I've toasted. The whole wheat that was so tough I nearly broke a coil. The white bread that was as soft as a cloud. The raisin bread that left me smelling sweet all day." Perhaps it would share its dreams. You know, I've always wanted to toast a bagel, but alas, I'm too small. Maybe one day they'll make toasters big enough for bagels and I can fulfill my dreams. Or maybe it would share its fears. I must confess, I'm terrified of the crumbs that accumulate at my bottom. They tickle and I have no way to scratch. Our toaster might even have a sense of humor. Why don't we make bread into a rectangle because it's pointless? Or, what did the slice of bread say to the toaster? You're really heating me up. Our toasters might be simple machines, but if they could talk, they'd surely have a lot to say. They witness our morning routines, our hurried breakfasts, and our leisurely brunches. They're there during our rushed weekdays and lazy weekends. They're the unsung heroes of our kitchen, turning our humble bread into a breakfast treat. So next time your toaster pops, remember, it might just be trying to say hello. Did you know your television might be the biggest gossip in your house? It knows all the latest news and all the hottest trends. Think about it. Your television is the one who's always up to date with the latest happenings around the world. From the newest cartoon episodes to the scores of the latest sports games, your TV knows it all. And it loves to share its knowledge with you, doesn't it? Imagine your television as a chatty friend who's always ready to spill the beans. Hey, did you hear that the giant panda at the zoo had twin babies? Oh, and guess what? The tallest building in the world just got 2 meters taller. Yep, your TV is that friend who's always buzzing with the latest news. But how does your television get all this information? Well, it's a bit like a super fast postman. It receives signals through a cable or an antenna, and these signals carry all kinds of information. They're like letters, but instead of paper and ink, they're made up of electronic data. Once the TV gets these signals, it converts them into pictures and sounds, and voila, you get to watch your favorite shows and learn about the world. And just like a real gossip, your television can't keep a secret. All the shows, all the news, all the music videos, it's all out there for everyone to see. It's like your TV is saying, "I've got something to tell you, and I can't wait to share it." Of course, your TV doesn't just love to gossip, it's also a great entertainer. It can make you laugh with a funny cartoon, make you jump with a thrilling movie, or even teach you something new with an educational program. It's like having a personal circus, library, and newsroom all in one. So next time you're watching your favorite show, remember, your TV knows all the juicy details. What did the computer say to its owner? "You've got too many windows open." Now, that's a joke only a computer could crack. But really, what is a computer? Well, imagine a super smart brain that can do a gazillion things at once, like remembering all your favorite games, helping you with your homework, and even chatting with your friends. That's what a computer does, and much more. Okay, let's try to understand this with a bit of humor. Imagine you're a chef in a kitchen. The kitchen is like the computer's hardware, the physical stuff you can see and touch. The pots and pans are like the computer's memory and storage. And the stove, that's the computer's processor. It's where all the magic happens. Now what about the chef? That's you. And just like a chef needs recipes to cook, you need programs or software to tell the computer what to do. Whether it's baking a cake or playing a game, the recipe or program guides the process. And where do the ingredients come from? Well, they're the data or information. Just like a chef uses eggs, flour, and sugar to make a cake, a computer uses data to create documents, pictures, music, and more. But remember, even the best chef can't cook if there are too many pots on the stove. Similarly, a computer might slow down if you've got too many windows or programs open. That's when the computer says, "Hey, give me a break." So, the next time your computer seems a bit slow, maybe it's trying to tell you a joke. Close some windows, will you? And don't forget, just like you need to rest after a long day, your computer needs to shut down too. Remember, even computers need to shut down and rest sometimes. Did you hear about the smartphone that joined a choir? It had the best ring. Now, let's talk about this multi-talented device that many of us can't live without, the smartphone. Imagine if smartphones could sing, wouldn't that be something? But in a way, they do. Every time you get a call, your smartphone serenades you with your chosen ringtone. But that's just the beginning of the smartphone's symphony. You see, a smartphone is like a tiny pocket-sized computer. It has a brain, known as the processor, which is like the conductor of an orchestra, directing all the other parts of the phone to work together in harmony. It also has a memory, or storage, which is like a vast library of sheet music, holding all your photos, videos, apps, and more. And the screen? Well, that's like the stage where all the action happens, from video calls to games to browsing the internet. But what about the battery, you ask? That's the powerhouse, like the lungs of a singer, supplying all the energy needed for the smartphone's performance. Without it, the show simply can't go on. And let's not forget about the speakers, the smartphone's own personal choir, belting out your favorite tunes, alarm sounds, and of course, those ringtones. Now, think about the apps. They are like the various instruments in the orchestra. Some are loud and flashy, like games or social media apps. Others are quiet and steady, like your calendar or notes app. But together, they create a symphony of functionality that makes your life easier, more organized, and a lot more entertaining. So the next time your smartphone rings, take a moment to appreciate the intricate symphony that's playing out in your hand. It might not be able to join a choir, but it's certainly capable of creating a melody that's music to our ears. So remember, your smartphone might just be the next singing sensation. Now that we've had our fun, it's time to say goodbye. But don't worry, we'll be back with more electronic laughs. We've journeyed together through the world of electronic devices today, haven't we? We started off with our jolly friend, the talking toaster. Who knew breakfast could be so hilarious? And then we tuned into the television's tale. It sure had some funny stories to share. We also got to know our computer, and oh boy, it had some comedic code to crack us up. And let's not forget the smartphone symphony. Who would have thought that a phone could sing such a melodious tune? Yes, it's been quite an adventure filled with laughter, learning, and a lot of electronic fun. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, but remember, this isn't the end. There are so many more devices to explore and even more laughs to share. Let's make a promise right here, right now. Let's promise to keep learning, to keep laughing, and to keep exploring the wonderful world of electronics. Because who knows? Maybe your refrigerator has a funny story to tell, or your game console has a hilarious joke to share. Remember, daily 10 minutes with lavish creations will do wonders for you. We're looking forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, keep smiling, keep learning, and keep having fun. Bye from Lavanya G.